Hello, Just Too Good here, back from the review, and today we're reviewing the LEGO Marvel Superheroes Ultimate Spider-Man set. It's one of the summer 2015 August wave sets here in the United States. It's called Carnage's Shield Sky Attack. It has 97 pieces, 3 minifigures, and it retails for $13 in the United States. Now, for those in the United States, you can actually get this at Target stores at the moment, but they're going to be available at stores nationwide around all these different stores on August 1st. But for those outside the United States, you've probably already seen this in your store because outside the United States, they really already released it all around. So now let's take a look at the minifigures. All right, so the first minifigure we'll take a look at is the Miles Morales Spider-Man. First time we're getting Miles Morales in LEGO form, and it's great to get an alternate suited Spider-Man. Basically, he's the Spider-Man after Peter Parker. Very well done minifigure, and it's great that he comes in a cheap set. I really like how they use that kind of dark blue shade and white on the printing for his eyes right there because it adds a little bit of a more realistic effect to it, and I think it makes it look a little bit more detailed. His torso has some great printing on the back of it, as well as his headpiece, so printing really all around, and he is very, very well done. It's actually really nice to get a character voiced by Childish Gambino in LEGO form because this is based off the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, in which it does look really accurate to the suit in that show as well. Next minifigure is Carnage himself, which is one of the most iconic Spider-Man villains out there. And it's very nice to finally get him as a physical minifigure. And this is one of the most detailed minifigures of this year. I mean, there's printing really all around him. But first, you can see there is this attachment to kind of to illustrate his tentacles, as I call them, that kind of pop out of his back and everything like that. But that is just used with this neck attachment right there and used with one of these swivel parts, which has these handlebars right here to kind of attach to those vine pieces in red, which is also nice to get in red. And you can see there's printing on his arms, his torso, his legs, and even on little hinges of his, or the bottom of his legs right there, and on his other arm and his face. So let's take a closer look at that. And so here is just Carnage without his neck attachment and without his little accessory, but just look at that detailing. It looks so well done. There's even printing on the hinge of his legs right there. It just came out as a very well done minifigure with printing all around, and it even carries onto the back of his torso, which is usually covered up by that kind of attachment on his neck, but once you take that off, you can see the detailing kind of carries on there. So just one of Marvel's, or in LEGO's best, I think, or most detailed minifigures, and probably is up there with Drax from last year, which was what I thought was the most detailed LEGO Marvel minifigure out there. So very well done minifigure. And the last minifigure is this little SHIELD agent. Wish it was a namesake one, like Coulson or something. But he does look pretty cool in terms of his exclusive torso print. And I do like how they reused the face from the Ghostbusters set, which you can see actually the back of the torso right there. But they reused that face, and it's kind of an uncommon face, so it's just a kind of a generic grinning face right there. And then on the back, he has a very surprised face, and you can see that even with his helmet on. So very cool looking minifigure. All right, so for the builds of the set, you got this little shield jet right here, and then this little super jumper. Now, the super jumper would be a great play feature, but what it ends up doing is damaging like the bottom of the back of minifigure legs, like right here if you would attach it to the super jumper, which is something that needs to be fixed. So I'm not really going to demonstrate how to use it with a minifigure, but you would really just flick it and hit the jet or whatever. So that's it for that little super jumper. But for the jet itself, it's very, very lovely looking, especially for the size of the set. So even for a vehicle of its size, they really made just a full vehicle, in my opinion. They didn't cut any corners or anything like that, which is cool because it's nice to get smaller vehicles that aren't, you know, just a size down thing of a bigger vehicle just to keep the price down. It is a full thing, and it is its own unique thing, which I really like about it. There's some nice pieces for those who don't care about the look of the vehicle. There's a lot of nice dark blue pieces, and I do really love this exclusive printing so far for this little kind of fan design on one of those circular 2x2 tiles with the little hole in the middle. So that's actually a really cool piece to get printed. Now there's a lot of different play features on here, and you can even see there's these little hinges on the sides which hold a handcuff and a little blaster right here. So that's kind of cool. And what you have is a sticker on top which has the little shield logo. So that's kind of cool, and it says AC20 or 82 on it. And then you also got a sticker on the front cockpit design, which uses one of those newer windshields. And that's kind of just a display or to kind of, I guess, control the vehicle or whatever, give the illusion that it's a display to control the vehicle. And also for controlling the vehicle, they give you these little forks right here just for the design, which work out pretty well as like a joystick kind of manual control or whatever. Now they also have these little stud shooters on the front of the vehicle, which you could just push down on here, and it shoots those studs pretty far. And if you lose one of those inside the cockpit, they actually have this little compartment that holds more studs of that color, so that's pretty neat for just a little play feature and for storing your pieces or whatever. And for the little shield agent, he has enough room on the front to kind of just move him around or whatever. And you could put the cockpit and close it like that. And they even give you this little hinged kind of front area to separate the back of the vehicle with the actual front cockpit design. And that can be positioned in different ways to give you different positionings for the actual vehicle. So that's pretty cool for when it's in the sky or whatever. You want to position it like this, which doesn't look too realistic, but still looks pretty cool. Or if you want to put it in landing mode, you could just kind of put it flat on the ground like that. So that works out very, very well, and I like how that came out. Also, what they give you are these little wings right here, which actually are also on these little hinge pieces, and you could flap those up and down, as well as these little wing flaps on the edge right here, which are on this little kind of handlebar, and that can be moved up and down. So overall, very cool design. They also have these little engine thrusters or whatever on the bottom of the wings, which kind of swivel around, which is pretty neat. And as well as this one on the back, which also swivels around, which is kind of cool as well. So very cool design, love the colors, and very good for a small set. Let's take a look at the box, and then we'll take a look at the final verdict. For the box, very cool design on the front, and on the back, it's one of those $13 box designs. They do give you one instruction booklet, which has some ads for the August sets on the back. So overall, I think this is a fantastic set. I mean, I don't really have any complaints with it. The build itself is very well done, and it's unexpectedly really good. And that's just something I see is lacking a lot of these cheaper $13, $10 to $13 sized Lego Marvel superhero sets, where the build itself isn't very interesting, but you get a good minifigure or two. This one, you get 3 great minifigures who are all exclusive and all kind of unique. The inclusion of Carnage in such a small set really surprises me because he is a very recognizable villain from the Spider-Man comics and everything. And then you get Miles Morales, a totally different character. Even though it is kind of a different suit of Spider-Man, it is a different character overall. Like, for example, compare this to the Avengers Age of Ultron small set. That one has Iron Man, which we've gotten a lot of different Iron Man, Tony Starks before. And we got these Ultron Sentry minifigures, which look very similar to Ultron. And yeah, they are different characters who are kind of exclusive to the set. They just weren't very interesting compared to, say, Carnage in this set or Miles Morales in this set. So I think that really makes it stand out from some of the other cheaper sets of the Marvel Superheroes lineup. So I will give this set an A+. I mean, I love the pieces in the set, I love the size, and I love how fun it is to play with the jet and just the characters included. And I think it is just a really good set, especially for children and for Marvel collectors alike. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and you could express your thoughts on the set down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys later. Bye.